sir. Welcome to BW Security Conclave
Thank you.
2025. My first question to you would be, what is the biggest security risk in today's domain?
Thank you for the question. If you look at security threats or the security risks, it is an ever-evolving landscape, right? Let me cite this with an example, with a few examples. Say 10 years back, if you look at the security threats 10 years back, what would have been the security? Or 20 years back? It would have been somebody trying to intrude your premise, somebody trying to break your lock, somebody trying to get into your house, somebody trying to get into your facility, trying to physically pick up stuff. Now, with a more connected and an inclusive world, where the data and the physical, the physical bodies and the data around us is intertwined. So the risk is manifold. So the risk is if a person gets compromised today, or a facility gets compromised, it is the risk is not only about physical assets being stolen, or a person being physically damaged. The risks can be manifold. It can be theft of data. It can be compromise of data, which can lead to other ramifications. It can lead to ramifications like litigations, loss of trust in the company, damage to the brand. So, in my opinion, I think the biggest security threat today is the inclusivity in the world, where there is an intertwining between the data and the physical realms. So, which amplifies the threat to quite an extent. And from that point of view, I think one of the biggest threats which we see across industry is the insider. The insider could be one of the biggest, threats to our own security. So it is very important to have a good internal security policies, to have good data security policies, and of course, definitely have a good physical security setup around us.
Thank you so much, sir. It was quite insightful. But my next question to you would be, what metrics or KPIs do you use to measure the impact or success of your plan of action?
Okay, very good question again. I think I can take this off from where I left off for the response to the last question, right? So measuring KPIs, like earlier we used to measure KPIs in say number of thefts reduced, or number of intrusions prevented, or things like that. But now it is quite different. Right. So, in fact, today our panel discussion topic was also related to AI, how you can implement AI in the security, with your security systems. So, to say that, to measure KPIs is easy nowadays. You can get a larger database, you can set up a lot of KPIs and you can automatically measure them, rather than sitting and physically measuring the KPIs. So, very important, the important KPIs which I measure to see whether my plan has been successful or not is that you set certain targets, say daily, weekly, monthly, to see how that works. Whatever the plan, it can be any plan. To cite a simple example, I have a plan to ensure, like if I have a large facility, so I have a plan to ensure that my parking is fully utilized. So, to see what is the utilization of my parking, so I have an automated system which gives me that feedback. So I have a daily data, I have a weekly data, I have a monthly data. So when we collate all of this and we put it into a machine, so we will be able to arrive at a very efficient method of managing the entire security and the facility systems. So my measurement of KPI, it should be as many data points as possible, and you cannot have one hat fitting all heads. So for different facilities, we'll have different models, but we should try and have a mathematical model where we can quantify, what should have been the output and what is the output, and how can I go as near as possible to the output. Set a realistic target and try to reach that target. I hope that answers your question.
Thank you so much, sir. It was lovely interacting with you.
Thank you.